get in trouble for this thing. Just gonna mute it for a second. I am watching Kai's stream right now, so if you're not watching my stream right now live, I understand. I love all IRL streams. So if you're IRL streaming and there's something that I want to see, like a place I've never been, or like this where, you know, they're doing both, you know, doing like an adventure day and all that shit, it's super entertaining to me. So obviously, because it's live content, I don't ever watch it when it's not live. I still think most of it gets muted, which is why I'm talking about this. Yeah, I think having the songs on in the background would get me in. I feel like they interrupted it. I'll keep it real loud. Alright, hopefully that's good. Anyway, so yeah, happy Sunday. It's Sunday. I lost track of the days this week, honestly. Look at her, she's just like staring at me. I lost track of the days this week, which is always nice to like come back to Sunday as like a way to like know that a new week is beginning. It's like a reminder that I'm still on some sort of like cycle, if you will, like routine, you know, but also just like being able to say like, okay, like it's been renewed, like the week is starting anew. Okay, I'm really not trying to get TOS from Maroon 5. Anyway, so yeah, basically I feel like that, like even when I didn't realize I was losing track of the week or the days of the week until, you know, it had already happened. And now I'm just coming back into this space and sitting here for Sunday stretching because it's always at the same time. And it's always the same exact focus. I feel like that is making me feel like a nice solid reset instead of just being like, tomorrow will be the day I feel better. Like it truly does feel like I'm starting the week again. And because it's something I do only on Sundays, right? You can stretch all the other days as well, but like this sort of like, I don't like to use the word ritual because I feel like there's a lot of like stigma attached to that word, but you know, it's like, you know, yeah. Anyways, it is Sunday, and I believe there's a lot of religious stuff going on in the world right now, and I just thought about how many different people's stories in my you know, friend group on my feed, and I just put the two and two together and realized like what it means to these two religions, and oh yeah, wow, I'm glad I didn't notice that till just now, because yeah, I have to go look back at those things, so that was kind of sheesh. Okay, anyway. Woo. Yeah, so basically, howdy. So basically, I'm just going to be doing some stretching. I've already been sitting like this for a long time on my ankles, my knees, because I was trying to get my phone set up and everything. So I'm not going to sit in it too long, because when I have on shorts and I'm sitting like this, my the carpet like digs into my skin and then it like itches, and so it'll like leave marks. So I don't want to do it too much, but. And I'm just basically trying to roll out my ankles at the top of my feet. And it takes a while to get here. Now that I have Zoe's up there, I am going to... I kind of feel like starting low and then working my way up this time, because it's still going to be light outside when I'm done, and I'm going to get up and try and get something done rather than lay down and tune out for the night. So that's the progress today. I'll start low and then move up. So if you can get to the ground, that's good. If not, most of the things I do on the ground can be done standing or squatting, whatever variation. It's just about the range of motion that you can get in that specific thing. So if you need help, you can say something. Probably won't hear you. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna start on the ground, and I'm gonna see if I can put this back on. Still listening to Maroon 5. Yeah, no. Dang, and I'm gonna put something else on because that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Nothing against Maroon 5. I went to a Maroon 5 concert once. But it's just not something I'm willing to get my first TOS for. La la. Okay. Continue watching. Okay, let's see if this one works. Okay, I think that'll be alright. Okay, the remote is right here. That's the spot for the remote. My phone is right here. That's the spot for my phone. So I can orient myself here. So I'm just gonna kind of like tap out my feet, like bending up and down, just to make sure they don't feel too stretched or not stretched enough, because if you were sitting in that position for a long time. I'm also like rotating my palms out, just like leaning forward. I'm not doing mobility, so don't like move too much, but you know, you want to make sure everything is, you know, given the option to move, that it has range in some way. I can do that with my glasses on, because I feel like my glasses will just hit the ground, so I'm probably gonna I'll go this way. Actually, this side might be better. I still have to figure out like which angles are the best for whatever I'm doing, so I don't have like a full space for you to see me if I'm like this way or that way. I don't know. Okay, so just hug both of your knees to your chest. You don't have to like pull them in really tight. Just like let gravity do a lot of the work, and just let your hips and everything relax, and then you'll feel your body start to sink lower, and then you can try and like pull your knees in more, but don't immediately start pulling in your knees. Just let your knees kind of hang. Let gravity do the work to feel comfortable before you start squeezing in or pushing down. drop one leg, and so I'm going to drop my left leg, and then everything I do on my left leg I'm going to do on my right, so whichever side you want to start with, but I'm starting with my left leg down, my right leg up. So I just dropped one leg, and now I'm holding my right knee or shin, my right shin, and try to remember, like, keep the bottom leg engaged, because, like, I usually just do this, where it's just like, it's still stretching, but the bottom leg isn't really getting much of a stretch. If you, like, try to keep your foot flexed on the bottom, like this, that helps me keep my legs straight, and then I can actually feel it in my quad, which is kind of cool. If you remember what I've been saying about stretching your quads for your hips. Okay, and then pull over to the inside. My right arm is flat on the ground, just for stability. Okay, and then out. Bring it back in slowly, and then squeeze it one more time. This time when you squeeze, pull it out to the side of you instead of straight above your chest, out to the side of your chest but still bent, and then squeeze. And then, yeah, focus on your bottom leg just as much to make sure you're getting the stretch all the way through. And then I personally feel like the most comfortable way to do this is to bring your other knee back up, squeeze them together, and then drop your other knee down. And here's why. A lot of people, if they're not really flexible in their hips, or if they don't do this a lot, they won't recognize the difference of the stretch from one side to the other, and so they'll swing the other leg down, and then the other one will kind of like jerk, and it can usually like pull your groin or like just hurt in general, or it'll like drag because you don't have enough flexibility, and it could be more uncomfortable. So if you don't want to have to worry about either one of those things, then all you do is bring your other leg up, because that recenters everything. So now there's no question, you know, if one leg's going to be stronger than the other, because you just drop the next one down like this. And then you can squeeze some more. And then out to the inside. If you're really looking for a back stretch, this is one of those. Okay, and then slowly go in the the opposite direction, so I'm dropping my opposite arm now. And then pull it back up. So now at this point you have both of the legs stretched. In theory you could pull them both up at the same time. Again, I still like the feeling of everything kind of flowing together rather than being like very like robotic and like step, step, step. I like the idea of a flow. So I'm just gonna bring my other leg in. I'm gonna squeeze one more time, and then I'm gonna start to kind of rock back and forth because I'm gonna start trying to put more mobility into my hips so that I can bring my hips up above my head in a little bit. So just make sure you have like enough pressure, you have enough space for your back, everything's tapped in. If you don't feel comfortable when you do this, if you feel like your back is like lumpy or like there's like a pain on one side or something, or maybe your floor is like too hard, then don't do this. It's not one of those things you need to do. It's just a good stretch as well. Okay. So I just dropped my hands down. I have my feet bent right beneath my butt cheeks, I guess. I don't know how you would say so. This is what it should look like. Do this. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hands to prop up my hips so that I'm in a good position to sort of, you know, kick myself over essentially without falling over. I can also use my hands and my hips to kind of like fold over in a way, give myself some momentum. And then I have to kind of hold it there as well. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to try and do it as slow as I can, but I know it looks really weird without any sort of explanation. So pay attention to what I just said and combine it to what you're about to see. So right here, my hips my hands are under my hips like this, right? My knees are to my chest, or I want them to be as close to my chest as I can. And then I can open my legs out this way. Okay. And then the way to come down from this, you can go down the same way you came up with your knees bent, and then like kind of roll your legs down like this. Just depends on if you even did that or not. To be honest, I wasn't able to do that when I first started streaming. So my back has become a little more flexible. I feel like it kind of was better a couple weeks ago and then it went back, but that's okay. So, I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So, can you see me? Yeah, I think so. I have to move like this because, you know, I'll hit the other side if I try to do these things on the opposite side. Wait a minute, I already did that side. Wait a minute, now I'm confused. See, this is what happens when I try to start laying on the ground instead of just in the same way I always do. But I wanted to start on the ground because I was tired. This music isn't helping. I have to keep moving. Must keep moving. Okay. Let me think for a second. I was on the ground. Did these ones. Did that. Oh yeah, that's actually exactly where I was supposed to be. So I'm just coming up now. Like so. Which is where I was. Anyway. How's your pancake going? I feel like mine... It's interesting how when you first start doing these, you think it's all about just being able to like touch your toes or like put your hands past your toes or like, you know, but it's really about all of this area. Like you can't even see really, everybody's just looking at this half, but it's like this half. Yeah. So focusing on that, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Oh my gosh, that cross grip for me, I don't know why, but I really like it. It's great. Alright, straight, now wherever you can find, I don't know that I feel like I'm always like, that's too much for me. Let's do this. I just want you to be able to see what my legs are actually doing, at least. So yeah, V-sit here, and I was already folded, but this time I want to check in with my sit bones before I pull forward, because you want to be thinking about hinging still, and if you're already starting kind of hunched over like I am, it's not going to be good, so I'm actually going to like make sure that I'm like able to hinge before I even start, so if you need to adjust for that, do that first, that's more important. So with this one, of course, the easiest, simplest way to do this is to sit on the ground, spread your legs as far apart as you can while your toes are pointing in opposite directions, keeping your legs straight or, you know, very slightly bent if you have strain or issues in this region. But yeah, and then you just kind of try your best to fold down, and the goal is to fold like a pancake, quite literally, so your chest doesn't come to the ground before anything else, your stomach should be hitting your thighs, right, like all of that. So yeah, it's a journey. I'm actually a lot further along than I was when I first started streaming, not where I have been in my past, but progress nonetheless. And so I'm just doing it this way because it's the cheapest, easiest way to get into it. If this is hard or you want to have more range, you could sit on like a yoga block or, you know, really thick sturdy pillow. You just want something that's small enough to only hold up like your tailbone, like nothing else. Like you just want just your tailbone to be held up, and then your legs will be able to drop down a little bit lower to the sides, if you're curious, but you don't have to do that. I feel like, yeah, like I said, mine is getting a lot better in my opinion. I'm on this side of my toes. I'm so sorry. I don't know what you're saying because my phone is too far away. Anyway, yeah. I'm starting to really enjoy doing these stretches when it's like, I don't know, I guess it all feels like growth, but it also feels like I don't know. Maybe that's like that thing, you know, you start building muscle and you're like, now I can see it, now I really want to do it. Like, I feel like it's like that. Okay. Now it actually feels like I'm making progress, you know? Okay, I'm coming up for a bit. That one's a good one if you have like a partner, like somebody that can sit or push on your back, and actually like push heavy weight. It's a good one. Okay, so I like to just kind of shake my legs out from that one before I move into the next one, but you're basically going to pick one side and then go to that side. So I'm just going to make sure everything is geared to go. And then, yeah, I'm going to go to this side first. And there's two ways you can do this. You can literally come over to the side, right, like this. Or you can come out to the side like that. Those are two different stretches though, so just pay attention. If you do this one, you should do this one on this side as well. If you're going to do this one, you should do this one on this side as well. You could do them both. Let's see. I feel like doing this one. I'm gonna turn it down like this. We'll see how far I go from the beginning to the end. So right now this is me being comfortable and not like, and if you can see that, I can bring my leg out a little bit more. Because this is like me being comfortable in this position. So I'll hold it for like 30 seconds and then see what happens. Oh, this is getting so hard. Okay, I'm just gonna show you because I don't want to hold it anymore, okay? Do you see that difference? That's just the resistance, like pushing against your own resistance and then releasing, and you come down with so much more. Okay. Next side. It's so painful on the opposite side in the beginning. But remember where you started. Somebody said something. Is this so you can't hear me? Seriously, bruh? I think I don't even want to get out of my stretch to find out the bad news. I'm just going to finish this stretch. We'll see. Oh my gosh, this feels so nice now. Okay, so that was both sides. And then I'm gonna go down the middle again. I could, in theory, I could try and go for more glory and stretch my legs again if I was really trying to like get my middle splits as fast as possible, but I don't need the extra stress right now. Just chilling today, so just gonna shake it out. Like I said, if you want, you can go back. You can go back, but I'm not gonna do it. I just gained range though. I hope you saw that. I want to get one of those like straps, you know, where you can just, like it goes around your feet, and then you like, I'm sure I could just get a rope and figure it out. Just find like a sash from like a rope or something. I could probably do a scarf. I could probably do it with a scarf if I have like a long enough one. I don't know if I care that much about it, to be fair. I like doing the one where I'm sitting against the wall. Okay, so that one's done. Pick a side, any side. You're going to bring that foot into, like, basically your crotch as far as you can get in there, honestly. I don't know how else to say that. Make sure you're comfortable. If you want to just sit like that for a minute, let it process and marinate, make sure everything's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to this side. I'm going to try and keep this hip down and flat as much as possible. It's obviously not flat right now, so I just don't want it to go any higher if I can avoid it. And I'm going to come out. Same thing, you just want to go to where you can feel like you can stop. You don't have to do anything else. And then if you want to get a deep stretch, hold with one hand and pull this way so that you have resistance here, and when you let go later you should have more extension if you want that. actually feels so nice. Okay, so I think the best way to flow into the other side for this one is to pull your leg back out. Actually, that's probably not the most comfortable way. I think right now the most comfortable way would be to pull your other leg in, like this. Right? So now I'm kind of like in a lotus. And then the leg that was on the bottom before is now going to come out to the side, like that. And then, same thing, you want to put this foot in to the meaty bits if you can, as close as you can get to that area. And, yeah. Same thing, grab this foot and pull with your hand, so pull your foot towards you as you lean forward, so you have 2 stretches happening, and as you get to maybe like 30 seconds, release, and you should have extension that way. So I'm not gonna push it, I'm just gonna push it, I'm pushing into my hand, but I'm not trying to like go down any further, I'm just fighting that specific space. Okay, how long has it been? I don't know. So I'm gonna go down, see how much I've gained. Not actually that much on this side, actually. Other side was way more. Which is curious. Why would that side be more than this side? What's so different on that side than this side? Okay. That stretch, and I'm going to bring this in the opposite way again like before. Sit in the lotus stretch just because we're already here. And I'll let this be the cool down space before I transition into squatting / half height poses, stretches, and that's all you need to know for. Okay. Now that that part's done, I'm going to figure out a way to flow into the sumo squat, which is that, world's greatest stretch, one of the 2 stretches every human should be able to do forever. So, I think if I just crawl forward, honestly, I think that's the best way. And we're going to find out together. So I'm going to maybe put one foot in front of the other, just so I don't have my ankles crushing on top of each other. And put my forearms down, and then pull my legs out, tuck my toes under, push back, and I hit the couch. I hit the couch, but otherwise, I think that was pretty solid, yeah? I think that's pretty good. There's no flattering way to do this on camera. Not from this angle. God. Man, I feel like I should be over here with it. But just trust me on this one. I'm here. I think the reason is because I actually have on shorts. I think that's the only reason why. I think normally I'm wearing pants, and so it doesn't feel like my whole crotch is out. Right now it does because I'm just like, maybe if I do it this way. No, because I still need to be lower. Can you do that, by the way? Mobility Monday. Yeah. I'm actually like getting to the point where I like take my elbows and like bring them down to pull back my knees. Before that was not even on the table. So I don't know if you've got that option, but try it out. Okay, so held this one for at least a minute, right? Hopefully that was at least a minute. If you want to stretch it out, you know, you can, you know, make sure your legs are good to go. I don't really like to come all the way up after doing this. So I'll stay down here. But I'm going to lean over to my left side and then let my right foot kick out. And so, let me show you what it looks like over here. So I'm basically just doing this stretch just like this. And honestly, you could also have your leg out like this if you don't want to sit all the way back. There are two different stretches, but like I said, there's so many stretches you can do in the hip area. Like if you try to do all of them, you would be stretching for like 3 hours. So if you feel like you don't need to do this one and this one and this one, right, then just pick like 1 or 2 of them and you'll be fine. Yeah. So I'm going to be here and then I'll do the other one because I already started on that side. Or on the other one. And also a good way to know what to do is like, if you can't do something, you probably should start at the level below that, right? Make sure you can do the skill before that one. Yeah. And if you can do something and it's not, like it doesn't hurt at all, you're just like, what, this isn't bothering me, I don't know what the stretch is, it's probably too easy for you, or it's like, you know, your range is too big, or your range is, you know, really good. So yeah, just pay attention to that. It's hard to kind of know for sure. I know a lot of people are like, well, how do I know when, you know, how much weight I need to add, or things like that when they're going. It's like, that's the whole point, is to listen to your body. Nobody can tell you what your body is saying. Like, you can try to interpret for them to like somebody, but you're just like being a messenger for yourself. And yeah, you know, so just pay attention. If your body's like, bro, what's going on here? Take it slow, get some confidence in something easier, and then come back to it. Okay, I kind of have to like work into that one because I feel like just that glide, like my hip could come forward like this, but that's not like the way it's supposed to be. So I have to like turn it in like that. That makes sense. So just pay attention to like if it's like this versus like this. I don't know how to. There's a difference. This is where I can feel it stretching all the way down. I think that's like, yeah, trying to get as perpendicular as possible. It's not exactly there, but you get the idea. Okay. Okay, so then the next one down here and like this. And then I like to be able to move between these two at least 3 times before I move on to the next thing, because the next two are like very flowy. So if I don't feel like I can flow between these 2 squats or these 2 stretches, I stop there. I stop there and I know that I need to work on that before I move on. I just keep doing this until you're ready. So getting over to the next side, again, try and glide. If you can't glide, then just think about doing it step by step by step. I'm going to glide, but I can walk you through it. If you're going to do it step by step, which is to come up into the sumo pose, stop there, switch knees, and then down into the next one. I'm going to try and just do it all at once. So it should go like this. Hey! You see that? Now if I can do that like 2 or 3 times, then I've got a good glide and I'll stand up and do the next ones. Okay, so I'm going to do these, kind of work through. That glide wasn't as good as that. This glide is easy. This one's kind of sticky. Okay. Next one, I'm going to come up. I'm just kind of shifting my hips now. Might look like I'm trying to dance, but this is actually a really good stretch before you come all the way up. Okay, so basically how this is going to work is I'm going to find a comfortable stance. For me, this is like 1 step out of shoulders apart, shoulder width apart. And so I'm going to be in this position for comfort, not for flexibility, although if you want to do it for flexibility, you can. Just make sure you're stable enough. I'm going to use one hand, doesn't matter which hand, that's just the hand you start with. I'm going to put that in the very middle of my body, between my legs, but in front of my feet. And then I'm going to twist up. I'm going to try and bring my right hand up above to point at the sky. I should feel a little bit of a stretch in my back. And then I'm going to bring my right arm down. I'm going to place it where my left hand was. And I'm going to go up the opposite. Alright, so then that one's there. I'm just going to turn both of your feet forward like this. And then try to stay down flat. I don't even know what I look like right now. I'm supposed to be like a triangle. Do I look like a triangle? No. Oh no. Oh no. Now I can't even. Okay, wait a minute. I gotta restart my own. So here, here. Okay, so yes, here, here, and then just stay here. So I think my problem here is I'm trying to go down all the way, but I'm not flexible enough to. So if you can't comfortably lay down without having to like shrimp back, then you're not ready to go all the way down. And you need to grab onto something like me and make it straight this way. Straight lines are important when you're doing these ones because they give you the stability and stacking that are important. If you're like hunched over like that, you're gonna make it really unstable for yourself. So it's not as cool looking, obviously. You just like cover your face when you do it, and then you don't feel as bad. But you should have straight lines when you do this. And then I'm only coming back down because I'm gonna be switching sides. So now that both my hands are down, turn my feet in like this, and then go to the opposite side. And this is my dilemma, right? I should be able to stand up all the way without falling over. And actually, I do feel like this side is a lot easier than the other side was. I don't know if you can tell, but like, I'm at least able to like hold myself up without my back being like completely hunched. So that just means that this side is more flexible than the other side, which is kind of good and bad. It's good to know it's possible. It's bad that it's not even. Okay. Now this time I'm gonna back one leg down, and I'm gonna drop my knee, and you guessed it, I'm gonna push through. So this first one is flexing your foot, and you're getting more along the calf back of your leg. You're not really trying to sit back. You shouldn't be sitting all the way back on your foot. You just kind of want to keep your front foot flexed and straight. The next one you will go back on it all the way. Okay, so coming back up, going into the same position, only instead of your knee being straight forward, you're going to put it out so that it's on the outside of your elbow. And this is called the lizard pose. I think if you know yoga, you might be familiar with it. Basically, it's just a deep lunge with your leg on the outside for a hip stretch, or yeah, something like that. Exterior hip stretch. Inferior. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna sit all the way back this time, so pay attention to where my butt lands on my foot this time, and that means that this leg is all the way down, so I can point this toe and come down. Yeah, I swear when I was doing these, like when I first started doing these stretches, I always thought people would go up and come down, go up and come down, and do the same things. And no one ever really made the distinction between like, so I used to be like looking at other people to like make sure I'm doing it right. And then like 2 people would be doing it one way, and another 3 people would be doing it a different way, and one person wasn't doing it at all. And I was like, who's doing it the right way? And so that, like, to actually see like they're look very similar, but they have different impacts just by pointing versus flexing, or like coming all the way back versus staying in stack. So yeah. Okay, this one's gonna be a glide. I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna come through, pivot, turn, pivot. Is that doing too much? Was that too much? This is where we're supposed to be. I don't know if that was too much. So with these ones, you still want to try to keep your knee above your ankle. It can be very easy to want to like push your knee over because it feels like it's easier, but it's not giving you the most effective range. Your back leg, like this leg, is going to be super tight when you're trying to go down if you keep this knee over your ankle. If you do this, you're actually getting closer to a split than if you push all the way down, if that makes sense. I don't really have a decision right now, so I'm just here in neutral territory. Another thing you can do while you're in this is you can plant one hand and then twist up. That one's really good if you have lower back pain. If you have lower back pain, do this immediately. Just low lunge, get as low as you can, drop one hand and twist. And then you can put the other one on the inside and twist. Thank me later. Okay, so this one, remember, I'm coming back, but I'm not coming past stack, so my hip's gonna stay above my knee, and then this front leg is going to be out like so. So I'm feeling a stretch in here, nowhere else. It would be really easy for me to sit back, but that's gonna give me a different kind of stretch. For me, it's almost impossible to point my toe without it being like a flexed toe like this. Which it still feels nice actually, but you'll probably notice that you can't get like a full pointed toe when you're in this position because it'll stretch all back here first, and you're like, alright, you're good. Okay, now so coming back up, it's not just going back into the same lunge, but you're pulling your right leg out to the outside of your body. So it's gonna be out here, and then I will have the ability to push against it. And that is the lizard pose. The other one was just straight like this. So this, to this, and this, to this. Okay, so now that we're coming back up, you're going to notice the difference. When I'm coming through, instead of stopping with my hips as square, I'm going to actually come all the way down to my foot and then point, full point here. Sure. What time is it? Dude, I'm like clockwork now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, so basically, if you made it this far, you made it to the end. It's already been an hour, and I pretty much did everything I normally do, except I started on the ground and then came up. I didn't do the full hip external stretches that I do. I'll do those tomorrow for Mobility Monday though. I remember. If somebody wants me to do specifically say something, but yeah. That's the only thing I didn't do is the ones where I like. Cause also the setup is like I still have to figure out. I need to get like a stool. I think I need to get like a stool that I can just bring in here specifically for those things. Because I don't want. Obviously, I'm not gonna buy any new chair, and this is just not. I can't use this. It's not a good height, and then it's squishy. So I need something that's sturdy. That I can like put my foot on and know that it's not gonna like shake over. And the same with this one. It's still too short. So yeah. It is Sunday, and I'm so glad you're here. It is getting brighter and happier every day here in Seattle. I feel like I don't know, like if you've ever been to Seattle, or if you live in a place where the weather's like very gloomy all the time, or it's like cloudy, or you just experience winter, it's totally different when the sun comes out, and it's like, oh, like literally the sound of birds, right? Like you don't hear birds when it's too cold because the birds don't come out when it's cold. So yeah, even just hearing birds, it's like magical outside, right? It's like, is that a bird? Like, is that a bird? Like I see little hummingbirds all day because the trees right here are budding, and like they're literally not even leaves yet, so the hummingbirds are just coming up and they're just like all over the place. I'm just like, is that a bird? So I don't know. That's how I've been feeling. That's how I've been feeling. I'm feeling like, you know, life has been life, and it's not bad. It's certainly been worse, and yeah, the warmer it gets, to me, the better it gets. I am a beach bum through and through. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for being here. I will see you tomorrow if you're coming in for Mobility Monday, and if not, shame on you. I will talk to you later. Bye.